So this video is for anybody who has a Honda Goldwing and is short. Yeah, me, I am probably 5'6", 5'7", but I have a long torso. I have like a 5'10" guy torso and a 5'4" guy legs, right? So I got short legs. And I saw a forum of a girl making a forum about how she made it shorter. Now, when I first got the bike, it had this double seat, this like diamond cut. It's like a Harley him and her type of seat. So the seat was so thick that I had my tippy toes on the bike, and I was scared to drive it, right? And I did drive it. I drove it around, test drive it, and I dropped the bike at a stoplight, at a stop sign, and I couldn't balance myself. I was trying to figure out, how to ride the bike, and I dropped it for the first time and only time so far since I've had this bike. So since then, you can tell where the old seat was. It was like up here. The old seat was so fat that you couldn't even like pry this back. This was like up like that. You couldn't even go all the way back like this with it. So pretty much there's two things that I did. I bought a new seat. And that seat was expensive. The first thing that I did was cut down the old seat. Now, I took this seat off, which is 2 bolts right there. It's a 12 millimeter right here and on the other side, and popped this right off. And the old seat I cut down. I took it to a upholstery shop and they cut it, but they did not cut it enough. So I cut it down some more while I was waiting. This seat came from like Vietnam, and I had to wait like a month to get that seat. It sucked, but it was I had time to practice riding the bike. And so I cut down the seat. I took it to a upholstery shop. They cut it down, but it wasn't enough. So I took it apart and I cut it myself, and I chopped the fuck out of that seat. I cut as much as I could off of it to where it kind of sat like this. And I cut it off the sides, which is the most important, cutting off the sides, and then of course the top. But the sides is what make your legs spread out and to where you can't reach the bottom. So the sides are pretty much almost more important than this part to trim down. So anyways, I did two things. I did that new seat, and I did this. And I bought this off eBay. No homo. I bought this off eBay for $30. And these are off of I think a 350 or a Honda CB 350 or 750. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's both, but it's the shorty. It's 11.5 inches. It's the short one. It's called like shorty springs coils. And I got it off eBay for $30. And there's a chrome ones for over $100. A lot of them were over $100, $109 plus shipping and handling. And I was just curious, so I just put on my eBay list. I was like, okay, let's go lowest to highest. And the lowest was this one. And I was like, no way, $30 for 2 of them? They got to be kidding. It's got to be like $30 for one of them. So I went ahead and bought it. I said, fuck it, let's try it. What do I got to lose? $30. So I bought it, and it came through. So I replaced this, which is 2 bolts. Is this bolt and this bolt. And I don't have a motorcycle jack, so I had 2 like scissor jacks. I had a scissor jack, I had a car jack, and I jacked it up from here, and then on that side, and I equally jacked it up a little bit to where this was up just enough to where I could pull that out. So that's what I did. 2 things, and I can do it, man. And I drive it, and my feet aren't flat, but I'm really comfortable riding it. So I guess I'll show a picture of me sitting on it, but before, the clearance here was really big, right? It dropped it at least, I don't know the math, I don't know the exact amount, but it dropped at least 2 or 3 inches, 3 inches. maybe more. I'm not sure, but this dropped significantly. The back dropped and the front dropped a little bit, so I am able to ride the Honda Goldwing 1000. Forgot what my bike is called for a second. Yeah. So if you're short, that's what you do. Two things, and if those two don't work, then man, I don't know, man. I don't think you got the right bike. I don't think you got I think that's the lowest this bike could really go. I could get a little baby seat. This seat does have a little bit of foam in it, but I could get like a chopper seat that's like sitting on legit plastic, which nobody wants to do. Well, I don't know. Maybe you do, but I think that seat looks slick. I like it, and yeah. So let me set up here. Just set up a rock and show you how I sit on it. Alright, there she goes. That's the way she goes. That's how to lower your Honda Goldwing. You know, I'm a short dude, so I'm sure the guy that I bought it for was like 5'9". He's probably 5'10", 5'9.5". And I told him I was short. I told him I was like 5'6", 5'7". He's like, "Oh no, you'll be able to ride. You'll still be able to ride it." And when I got on it for the first time, my tippy toes was my tippy toes was touching. That was it, man. It looked ridiculous. And that's when I realized that maybe I have the legs of a 5'4" guy. I am not. I might be 5'7", but my legs are 5'4", dude. I got a short ass torso. Anyways, I'm tired of degrading myself. So peace out.